Hi. Welcome, Gideon. Gideon For-Mukwai. Title of his speech is WMS. WMS, Gideon For-Mukwai.
Have you ever been carjacked by two skinny boys wearing gray and brown hoodies? So I must be the only one who went through that kind of trauma. That's not fair. Madam Contest Chair, friends and fellow members, as I reached into the trunk of my car to pick up my luggage, I heard very subtle footsteps, and looked over my shoulder and I saw two skinny black boys rushing towards me. I thought for a moment, man, they're so nice, they're coming to help me with my luggage. That's something we do in Africa. Little did I know, as I got very close, one of them pulled a gun to my head, and I was frozen in fear. Have you ever been so terrified, horrified, and petrified with fear to the point whereby you voluntarily gave away your most precious belongings? That's what I did. I reached into my wallet, I grabbed it, I said, guys, take my money, take everything, please. They had not even asked me one single question. Matter of fact, if they had asked me for anything, I would have given them my shirts, my pants, or my old grandma. Anybody, if you don't have a grandma. Without saying a word, they snatched my wallet, grabbed my car keys, shoved me to the side, and just before they got into the car, I managed to ask them one word. I said, guys, why do you do this to a wretched immigrant from Africa? One of them said, because when it comes to our jobs as professional carjackers, we are equal opportunity offenders. You know, until that day, I have no clue that carjacking is even a profession. They sped off into the darkness, and I stood there shivering. And for the first time in my life, I forgot my own name. I remember when the officers came, they asked me, sir, what's your name? What's your name? I said, carjackers! Really pathetic. That incident changed me fundamentally in many ways. But I just want to share with you one of them. You see, because they were wearing hoodies, whenever I see anybody wearing a hoodie, I begin to gasp for air. I begin to struggle. Even if I'm watching like Disney Channel and a group of kindergarten students walk up on stage on TV, I start gasping for air. I am grateful that none of you today is wearing a hoodie. Thank you for that. But one incident really got my attention. Down in Orlando, Florida, where that incident happened, I went out there to buy some bread. And as I got inside, it was very crowded. And I knew I had to get some bread because I wasn't working. I lost my job, didn't have a car anymore. I wanted to buy 2 big bags of bread. So I bought the bread, sat around fiddling on my phone, and all of a sudden I looked up and I saw 2 tall guys wearing hoodies walking towards me. I took off like a rocket from the Kennedy Space Center. That night, I was running like a stallion on steroids. I was running so fast, even the fastest NASCAR driver could not catch me. I just sprang all the way home. My shoes fell off. I didn't even know. I went all the way home. I didn't even have the time to open it carefully. I just knocked in, got inside, and bolted and started by the door. I thought they were coming after me. Of course, nobody was coming after me. I was living in my own paranoid mind. That night, I had nothing for dinner except one tiny fortune cookie. That's 4.25 calories. One of my really cynical American friends said to me, Gideon, 4.25 calories? That's not bad for a guy from Africa. destroys calories? You didn't even need to eat. You should just swallow your saliva. I thought, man, this is pretty bad. So I decided to call one of my old classmates from way, way back in Africa. He lives now in Baltimore, Maryland. I said, bro, can you believe this? They robbed me of my first car. They robbed me. It was the only car, the first car I ever bought, and I just finished paying off for it. He said to me, really? You were robbed at gunpoint? I said, yes. He said to me, welcome to America. No wonder he lives in Baltimore. So he had a reason. But in any case, that incident changed me forever. Because I decided from there, I was going to do something about it. I decided to go out there and get for myself a concealed weapon permit. Oh yes, and I've been carrying it ever since. I guess you're now thinking, Gideon, what kind of weapon did you get? Did you get for yourself a pistol? The answer is no. You're thinking, did I get for myself a WMD, a weapon of mass destruction? The answer again is no. But it gets even better. I got for myself what I call a WMS, a weapon of mass seduction. And I got it here with me tonight. I don't mind if you, with your permission, I can try it here. I don't even know if it works. Is that okay? Yeah. Let's see if it works. See, I told you it's a weapon of mass seduction. And I'm sure you're wondering, why did you go for a WMS instead of a WMD? Answer is simple. See, I've studied through 300 years of American history, and not once did I find any single mention that two gunmen assault an African immigrant playing a harmonica. But on a more serious note, ladies and gentlemen, in the midst of all the confusion, in the midst of all the distortions, and all the disasters in life, we must compose ourselves and find that single iota of funny that will keep us smiling, because that's what makes us human. So tonight, I am urging all of you, go out there and in your own way, find that little smile by finding your own WMS. Thank you.